What's up, peeps? Here we go. Legends find a way. We're starting early this morning. Today the video is, why do I journal? These are just my three most important reasons for journaling. And I think it's really useful context as you go into 30 days of journaling, just so that you understand, and I understand, why it's important and useful. So I'll start with the most practical one first. To me, journaling is the hard drive to the mind, okay? It's the hard drive to the mind. Everyone has too much stuff up here for the most part, way too much going on. Many of you have never spoken what's going on out loud. Many more of you have never written what's going on in here out loud to develop it, to process it. And so there's just chaos up here, just all day long, a million things. And when you finally get to a place where you should be just chilling out, there's a million more things, okay? This journal is an opportunity to move the stuff out of your head into a different place, right? And a simple way to look at this is, if you look at your computer or your phone, it says it has 250 gigs or whatever it is. You have 250 gigs of storage. The closer you get to that max 250 gigs, the slower and the more discombobulated the phone becomes, or the computer, or whatever it is. It just doesn't run as efficiently. So for me, constantly and consistently every day, taking what's up here and moving it somewhere else moves it out of my mind. Now there's more space for RAM, more space for processing power in the moment. And that's what I really feel like I have a lot of. And I call that presence. And it feels fantastic. So the first thing is super practical. It's the hard drive to your mind, right? I have many hard drives, just so too as I have many journals. And it allows me to store, categorize, keep things, come back to things, but I don't have to carry them with me all the time. I don't want to carry everything I've ever experienced with me all the time. I want to put it out into the world a little bit, right? Out into other places, so that I don't have to carry that weight. It's very heavy. So the first thing is most practical, right? It's the hard drive to the mind. Super simple. Second thing is this. I say this all the time to my clients and to people that I come across. Whoever knows how to write makes the rules, okay? Whoever knows how to write makes the rules. All of history has been written, okay? Which means someone that was there and experienced it wrote about it from their perspective. It doesn't even necessarily mean it's true. They just wrote it, and we have decided it's true because we weren't there. So it's the best we got. So too, for you, you have an opportunity to write your history, to write your story, to write your novel, your character, your arcs, your hero's journeys, your legends journeys, your family, everything can be written out. Right? You can literally open up a journal and write out all the things that you desire. And the more time that you do that and you spend looking and seeing, the more you will believe this. Right? The more you believe it, the more you have. I personally believe the easier it is to access the courage in the moment to obtain that which you desire. And so, just simply put, whoever writes makes the rules. All of our laws are written. Those people who make the laws, who write the laws, make the rules. So two, make your own rules, right? That's what a journal's for. That's what writing is for. Writing is for making your own rules, living your own life, choosing to exist in the way that best suits you. So whoever writes makes the rules, so start writing. And the third thing is, I feel like if this is the hard drive, and knowing whoever writes makes the rules, then the third component, the third reason that I journal is because creatively, I feel like it helps me access more powerful states of Graham. It helps me to process Graham, to process my life experiences, to process my ideas, which I have so many of, and to open up new doors of creativity by writing out the things that I desire, writing out my plan, my game, my rules, so to speak. And I just feel like that's something that I think people are giving away. You know, oh my gosh, AI can do everything, or oh my gosh, the software edits everything for me on, like, you know, Google Drive or whatever it is. But I think there's something special about like knowing and retaining the ability to like literally write by hand and like go through the process of editing and looking up words and not knowing how to spell. Like, that is really powerful. And so I feel like the third reason to journal is because it's a link to our ancestry. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for me to enter a scholarly realm where I am doing my own research on what I'm writing. And so I feel like that is very unique, and I don't think people do that. And I think because of that, they don't discover what words mean, and they don't discover the word's power, and they don't discover their vocabulary and why their vocabulary dictates a lot of what happens in their life or not. And I just think that's also really, really important. So I highly recommend challenging yourself. Physical journal, look things up, like really expand upon what you're writing, and you'll always have tons of you to go back to and reflect on when you need it. And I feel like that's really special and unique. So yeah, I think those are my three main things. Like, one, it's the hard drive to your mind, clear space for more RAM, more processing power in the moment. Two, whoever writes makes the rules. Write your own rules. And three, challenge yourself creatively and to better understand yourself and the inner scholar within you, the reader, the writer, the thinker, the intellectual. I think a lot of people just like assume one role in life and then they just go through with it. But I think life opens up and broadens a lot when I decided that I was a really good writer, that I was a really gifted singer, that I was a really brilliant coach, that I was, excuse me, that I was a really excellent artist. And even immediately, like just speaking those words, I now have more confidence to pursue those avenues. And I think that art is like really subjective to what I believe is good, and the more connected I feel to something, the better it's going to be. So yeah, those reasons are just really important. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed why I journal. It keeps me really grounded, simply put. It just keeps me really grounded. It's a place, you know what it really is? It's a place for me to write out my dreams and my vision while simultaneously processing the grounding steps it's going to take to get there. That simple. While constantly creating new space and storing, cataloging, and building my kingdom and my dream while simultaneously being present with what's in front of me. And so I think that's also what it does. It's a place for me to build and create and explore, and a place for me to create each step and walk it. And I think that's what writing and journaling can do. So I highly recommend it, just for the most practical reason of just like moving stuff out of my head. And then for the secondary reason of understanding that when I start to wield this correctly, I can literally write out my life before it happens. They call that manifestation. I just call it empowerment. Yeah, being empowered, being conscious of being empowered. And the third thing is it's a link to the past to understand the minds of old, how they think, and take the most useful, relevant, and creative ideas and insights from those who have come before us and utilize those. And that's what being a scholar is about. So pretty cool. I think it's really, really important, especially as a man. If you're a man who doesn't know how to write, you are leaving a lot on the table. That tells me a lot about you without knowing anything about you. Not in a judgmental, you're not as good as way, just as you are leaving so much of yourself under the rock. Like, open up the rock and start like investigating what's there, and you're gonna just, if you're already good, it's just gonna take you to a new level, and it's fun and exciting and interesting. So anyway, that's why I journal. I think it's really dope, and really journaling is just writing. So that's why I write. And I like to write about myself and write about what I'm going to create and write about what I've experienced and write about what I want to experience and write about what I think about all these other people's experiences and write about how I'm feeling and write about how I'm thinking and write about my relationships and write about my life. And in the process of all that, I just feel so much more peaceful, present, and powerful. 30 days of journey to journaling, 30 days of journaling. I think after you watch this, you're going to be even more prepared. So I want to ask you that question. Why do you want to write? Why do you want to journal? Why do you want to do this journey to journaling? Why is it important to you? Come up with some reasons and let that be your first journal entry, perhaps. Cool. I feel good about this video. I feel like it was important. So I hope there's something to take from it. I really do. I know there's a lot I learned. Be good and be safe, my friends. Presence, peace, and power be with you. Legends find a way.